It's a fine, cold Dublin morning and I'm about to meet top chef and restaurateur Padraic Hayden, who has over 20 years of experience. Speak of the devil.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very good indeed.
You're up for this challenge?
Yeah, let's go.
Is it worth the waiting for? If we live till 84, all we ever get is cruel.
Tell me what you're going to do, and do you think €7.50 is a realistic amount of money to spend for a family of four?
I think €7.50 is a realistic amount of money in that it's what people would have to spend. I mean, times are tight here at the moment, and I think, you know, if we're clever and if we shop right, we should be able to get something really nice.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I'm kind of thinking, you know, it's a very cold day out, maybe something kind of warm, North African casserole, something like that I think would work well.
Casserole is good for recession times?
It is good for recession times. I mean, these are things that are packed full of nutrients, and traditionally the likes of the cassoulet, which is a similar version of it, would have been something that was, you know, very much associated with peasant food in France back in the days.
People who are buying meat, you know, with the latest saga, what advice would you give people?
I think the most important thing is getting to know your butcher. I mean, if you know the butcher and you know the reliability of him, I mean, you as his customer, he's going to take care of. I think by and large, these big issues come about when you're dealing with, you know, huge multinational companies who are mass producing produce. I think if it's kept like slightly more local, and if people are using more local produce, you know, where it's coming from, the guy will know what farm it came from, and I mean, there's a chain of responsibility that goes from the farmer the whole way up to the customer.
And types of meat, what should people buy? Meat is expensive?
Meat is very expensive. I think, you know, if people should be looking for cuts like, you know, like shoulders or potentially necks. I mean, offal is something that is very underused in this country. The likes of, I suppose, kidneys and livers are things as well. Like, but that's not really everyone's cup of tea. So I mean, the reality of it is you can make equally interesting and tasty things. You know, from pork would be, you know, we're huge pork farmers over here. It's something that, you know, that we're very much recognised for. And there's an abundance of it, and it's very well maintained. It's a very well monitored industry.
So where are we going first?
Our first stop, we're going to head into Chris Hogan's Butchers and see if we can pick up a bargain.
I have some good value sausages here, pork, apple and mustard. So I have them here, they're very nice. $2.59.
Bargain.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we've the meat in the bag. Now it's on to the greengrocer Evergreen, where owner Damien is giving us a hand.
We start off with a heavy York cabbage.
Beautiful.
I also have lovely haricota beans, which are organic.
Beautiful. They do the job nice.
You
Yeah.
know.
Maybe some of those plum tomatoes as well.
The plum tomatoes.
The
yeah.
baby one's probably better again.
Yeah, they're good.
Perfect.
One or two, would you need?
One to be loads. One to be loads. I'll take a little bit of smoked garlic as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, it's real good. It's fresh. It comes in from France.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
You know.
And let me see, a few onions maybe.
Yeah.
And other than that, do you have any couscous?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have some nice couscous here.
Excellent. And that'll do it, I'd say.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Cool.
Here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So how did we do?
I think we've done pretty well. By my calculations, I think we've come in about 50 cents under budget. So €7. Feed a family for 4 people. Hopefully we can do something really, really tasty with it.
And now for the preparing and cooking part.
All we've done is got the beans, sweated off some onions, some smoked garlic. We've added some tomatoes to that, and we've just cooked it down. So simple as that.
Nutritional value?
It's packed with nutrients. You've got the tomatoes, you've got like slow release energy from the beans as well. So all in, I mean, it's got a lot of flavour, but it's also got a lot of nutrients, and it's you know, provides a really good meal for the family.
And people at home, they can pick up these items in any shop?
You can get these anywhere, any supermarket, any grocery store. I mean, I think it's important to form some kind of relationship with your local, be it greengrocers or your local butchers as well, because there's always great bargains to be had there.
Cooking times, this isn't, you know, using a lot of gas, is it?
Not at all. Basically, I mean, the sausages take all in of this size about maybe 7-8 minutes to cook. The casserole itself, once you've sweated down your onions and your smoked garlic and you've added the other ingredients to it, it really takes no more than 6 or 7 minutes to reduce that down. And all you're doing by reducing it is concentrating the flavour and making the sauce a little bit tighter as well.
Should people buy in bulk or do a daily shop?
I would say, you know, I mean, people need to bulk buy purely for the fact that they don't have the time to go shopping every day. So in that respect, I mean, for certain items, I would buy them in bulk, and a lot of times there's better deals to be had there. But for the likes of your vegetables, your fish, your meat, and things like that, as much as possible, if you try and, you know, buy it as you go, even every second or third day, it'll make a huge difference to the freshness and the quality of what you're eating.
A couple of items that people should have in their cupboards that they can just go to.
I think tins of tomatoes are always great to have because they're so versatile. You can use them in so many things. As well as that, I mean, all kinds of tinned beans are great, or tinned lentils are great from the point of view of they bring, you know, an awful lot of nutrients, an awful lot of folic acid to a dish. But as well as that, I mean, they bulk things up. They're very hearty, and this time of year, I think if you eat something like this that's kind of very rich, it's almost like, you know, it'll set you up for, you know, a good night in front of the television or a good night's sleep.